In this video, I'm going to share my experience from attending the Tony Robbins 4-day live seminar. I'm going to go through the highlights and the not so good parts of the seminar and whether it was worth the $400 I spent. Look at all you've gone through, all the crazy and so just to give you some brief context on how I felt on an emotional life joy scale, you can see there that going into the seminar, I didn't feel too good. Coming out of the seminar and during the seminar, it was like life 10 out of 10. This really brought some good shit out of me. And the kick going out of the seminar, it lasted for like 2 weeks or something like that. Then life happened. I lost basically all my money on crypto investments. I was dead. Yep, dead. What happened here may have something to do with me really coming back strong.
Can we get a little energy? Is my microphone working? I said welcome.
Now the structure of this video is going to be simple. First, I'm just going to go through the basics of what it actually is, then some pros and some cons, and then my takeaway of what I really think of it.
Who am I and what am I here to give?
You are a catalyst for getting other people to change the way they think about themselves.
Over 3 decades, he's changed millions of lives as a peak performance coach and life strategist.
So Tony Robbins, as you all know, is a well-known guru. There's a Netflix documentary about him.
Entire life changes in a moment. Who gets that? Say I.
Me, being kind of a fanboy, I followed him for the last 10 years. This is important because the anticipation, the expectations you put on this when you go into this will also determine what you get out of it. So what do you get for these $400? Well, it's a 4-day live seminar. It's about 12 to 14 hours every day. It's a lot of different speakers. It's Tony Robbins, it's a whole lot of other people. It's a lot of dancing, it's a lot of music, and it's a lot of group activity. The topics that are discussed range from personal development, personal health and well-being, relationships, social, also finance and business. It's like an introduction seminar to your entire life and different ways to go about it. Yet you go quite deep on different topics. The main focus was the personal development, the inner game. That's where this thing really shines.
We think that our life, the patterns we're living is us, but it's not. It's just an old pattern. And any pattern can be changed.
You're doing this with thousands of others and you're doing group activities when they go through different exercises and they describe theory. Then you go into smaller rooms discussing the matter. And this is something I wasn't really fond of the first day because I felt really uncomfortable. You should know that for me going into this whole thing, I had developed a lot of social anxiety again. I had been isolated, I hadn't been talking to a lot of people, and it was just it was a lot to interact with people like that. In the end, I realized the value of it and some of the experiences I had. One in particular where I was supposed to mirror another person was a lot about building rapport with people, and I had to face a complete stranger, a very cute, beautiful girl, and I was just gonna follow her every move. Very, very special moment which I cherish and I will remember for the rest of my life. You don't have to do it, you can just shut up the camera and don't attend it. Let's just break it down into the really good value adds and the not so good thing. And let's start with the most impacting thing we did. That is rewriting the limiting beliefs that you have, that I had, still have, but way less. And this is powerful, and this is absolutely one of the things that I would not have been able to do on my own.
Belief system. BS. Bullshit belief system. Excuse my language, but they're the same thing, aren't they?
Doubt, fear, things within me, deep within me, that has been holding me back. That's been painting a picture of who I am, how I live, what I can and can't do. There's a specific exercise you do where Tony takes you into a specific state. You rewrite things. This limiting belief that I'm stupid, that I'm not intelligent, I'm afraid of people, that I'm an introvert. I went deep with the guidance and I changed that, and now I have a belief that is telling myself I am smart, intelligent, and the world needs to hear my voice. I can't stress enough how much only this 2-hour thing was worth to me.
remembering by stepping into it. And that's what I want you to do. Think of any memory like that, step into it, like in your mind as if you're stepping back into that moment, looking through your own eyes.
A lot of his content is focused around breaking state, getting into good state, a great state, cold showers, dancing, movement, a lot of things that is implemented throughout this seminar. Incredibly powerful. It's not new information, but when you do it throughout these 4 days, it's just golden. And it got me to fundamentally understand the power of it. And it's something I've stuck with since. And it has absolutely changed the way I work, live, and just am.
For the past 70 days, I've been starting the day with a cold shower.
Another topic that gets a lot of attention is the power of immersion. That is going hardcore, all in when you're trying to learn, when you're trying to get new information in. Like this 4-day seminar, very intense, and you feel how powerful it is to do it with that intensity. And the way he explains it, the way he storytells, and the way you just realize that this is how I have to continue to live, something you just have to experience then and there.
Immersion coaching is as old as humanity. How have we passed on mastery of anything?
And overall, there's a lot of great stuff throughout this seminar, and they really do a great job of keeping you engaged, keeping you energized, making you feel like you're really there and part of something big. It's special and feels special, and interaction with the people, it's just a really good experience. However, it's not perfect. It for sure has some drawbacks, and one of them is that you don't get Tony as much as you want. I thought that I would get Tony for 4 days, all in, just Tony mayhem.
Yes, yes, yes!
That's not the case. The first and the third day was basically the Tony days. Yeah, he showed up a few hours for the last day, but it was just other speakers and other things that happened those days. I feel a little bit tricked. I want Tony, that's what I paid for. That was still good stuff, but it's not the same. So that is one drawback. And the other one is that they try to push you to get into these other really expensive packages for the next seminars to continue your growth, which I'm sure is really, really good stuff. And I for sure would like to attend those things, and maybe someday I will, but they cost a lot. It's like $7,000-$10,000. So that just got me a bit annoyed after a while, because they spend so much time doing this upselling. Left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth at times.
And of course, our goal is to serve you, and then if we serve you enough, hopefully you become a client of ours so we can serve you more.
And overall, it's a really great experience, and they really deliver on the value add on the different topics. Now, if you don't have the money, I do recommend his books or audio programs, which in my opinion are great. Good luck on your personal development journey.